To all dear jockeys, do you still feel troubled by replacing tires when they are blown, transpierced, or flat? Since the replacement tools now sold for car tires are not well designed on the whole, they can only deal with part of the replacement job, but fail to puzzle out the problems occurred during the actual replacement. Specifically for the female car drivers, the replacement job is deemed hardly possible because, generally speaking, they have weak strength naturally. To meet the actual requirement for the replacement job, particularly for the operation of the current manual jack is subject to injury of the user's hand back to be unsafe. Screwing down screws by L-shaped spanner requires great strength, and lifting the spare tire to align it with the screw teeth while installing the tire requires much effort. Considering economical utility and operational convenience, we successfully developed a labor-saving replacement kit for car tires at the end, after a long time of experiments and trials, to eliminate all of the problems and trouble that the car drivers may encounter during the actual replacement. Showcase: a ratchet-based adapter of a car jack, patent pending in Taiwan, China, the US, and Japan. Put the jack at the proper position under the car chassis. Insert an L-shaped spanner into the quadrangular socket of a ratchet of the ratchet-based adapter and put a specific connector of the ratchet-based adapter onto a quadrangular convex connector of the ratchet. If a rotatable head of the jack is slot head, insert the rotatable head into a slot of the ratchet-based adapter. If a rotatable head of the jack is U-shaped, align and insert a convex point end of the jack with and into a socket of the rotatable head of the jack. Set the rotation switch of the ratchet-based adapter as upward rotation. Turn the L-shaped spanner leftward and rightward to operate the jack and lift the car up to levitation, but the tire is still in contact with the ground. Remove the ratchet-based adapter from the rotatable head of the jack. Replace the specific connector by a screw sleeve, and then screw off the screw nuts, fastening all of the wheels after the rotation switch is set as upward rotation. Replace the screw sleeve by the specific connector, and then operate the jack to lift the car until the tire is not in contact with the ground. Manually remove the upper screw nuts from the wheel and insert an auxiliary tube into the upper screws of the wheel, and then dismantle the tire from the wheel after all of the screw nuts are removed. Move the ratchet-based adapter to another place for the time being and wait for future use while screwing on or off the screws of the spare tires. Auxiliary pipe for tire installment. Taiwan patent number 940302555 and patent pending in Taiwan, China, the US, and Japan. Insert a small head end of the auxiliary pipe through the screw hole of the spare tire, and then sleeve a big head end of the auxiliary pipe onto the screw tooth at the uppermost side of the screw dish. Push the spare tire forwards along the auxiliary pipe to enable its screw holes to be tightly connected with the screw teeth of the screw dish. Uniformly fasten all of the screw nuts separately onto the screw teeth according to the diagonal sequence, and then remove the auxiliary pipe. Put the specific connector onto the ratchet-based adapter and set the rotation switch as downward rotation to lower the car chassis until the tire is slightly in contact with the ground. Replace the specific connector by the screw sleeve and confirm that the rotation switch is set as downward rotation to screw on the screw nuts according to the diagonal sequence. Replace the screw sleeve by the specific connector to fully lower the car chassis to complete the replacement job.